Alright, so today we're going to be continuing Assassin's Creed Valhalla with some new audio settings. So, if this sounds a little different than any of the recent parts of the playthrough or any other videos I've done recently, I'm trying a very weird combination of Audacity and OBS for this recording to try and get my mic to sound better, because that's the thing. People who have watched the channel know, for 3 years now, there's been a weird issue with my mic now. It's not sounding as full as it actually really is through OBS, and it's been a bit of an annoyance for me. I haven't really sat down. I've tried a couple times to sit down and fix it. I spent the past 3 hours trying to fix it in OBS itself. I made it better, but it's comparing it with what my audio sounded like back in like 2020. If you go back and watch a little bit of like 2020, like some of the Oblivion stuff or Breath of the Wild even, it sounds just a lot more in the forefront of the audio spectrum compared to what it has been recently, where it sounds a little bit more kind of set back. This is all soundscape stuff, so it might not make any sense to you, and I'm sorry, but to me, I'm very picky about this stuff. And I've been doing a lot of audio miking and such recently at one of the gigs I've been working at, and it's just like, yesterday I was hooking up a ton of mics and stuff. I'm like, I have nothing going on today. I'm just going to sit down with the software, with my headset, with my mixer, and just try to fix this annoyance. I tried to do that. I made it a little better, but it seems to be everything. I've narrowed it down to OBS itself because I've used a couple different audio software packages to test the mic as I touch it itself. And the mic has no issue with itself. That I have now confirmed. It's not like some weird... It's not like the cord or the mic head or anything else itself causing... Or even my mixer. It's not my mixer either. And it's none of that stuff that's causing the issue, because when I hear it through all these other software programs, it all sounds very crisp and clean like it's supposed to, as it did years ago. And that is something I've never tested before prior to today, was like throwing this mic through a lot of different software packages to see if it is... to try and diagnose, is it the mic physically dying with its quality, or is it the software I'm using? And it seems to be OBS itself is just really bad with audio for some reason now. It didn't used to be. I tried a lot of good settings with OBS to try and max out everything and make it... I remixed it with the mixer to try and make it sound better as well. And it just doesn't sound as full anymore on that software. I don't know why. So, what we are listening to right now, as I am speaking live in my office, is the gameplay is being captured in OBS, but I have Audacity in the background recording the audio. So, if you are listening to this right now, then it is good, and my assumptions were correct via editing, whether or not if this was worthwhile or not. So with that all out of the way, as a preamble, we are going to move ahead and wrap up more quests in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We are going to start today... Where are we going to start today? I'm not sure. But it kind of looks like we just have Jorvik. We pretty much just have Jorvik, it looks like. I know there's quests in Norway we can do. I forget if there's anything in Scotland, but we are going to head to Jorvik. We're going to wipe these out, if we can. Some of these we might not be able to on part if they're like the whole, oh, we're this person, and they don't explain anything, and it's one of those quests where I have to run around the map and look for something for them without knowing anything about where it actually is. I have completed a few of those already in the background. I don't... It's been a month since I've played this game, so sorry about some of those. Like, there was that little girl with the leaf at the tree. It turns out I just had to shoot the leaf down and pretty much tell her, hey, just get on with your life. It was kind of like, oh, that's kind of mean, Eivor, but I get it. That was one of them. I did do the one for the musicians here in Jorvik, or was it in London? I forget. I think it was London. the musicians, that was a whole thing where I had to run around London and, like, free them from different... Like, I had to talk to 2 of them, and I had to free a guy from a prison. And it wasn't long, but it was just a whole lot of running around. It's like, okay, they don't tell you where any of these people are, so you just do have to run around the city looking for them. And I could see that being annoying for a few people. It wasn't annoying for me, because I just looked it up as like, hey, what are the answers to this quest? Because it seems like it's one of these ones that's not going to tell me anything. So that's out of the way. If there's any other ones, I'm pretty sure there might be 1 or 2 others that I just started but didn't, like, finish on camera, on recording, whatever. But they're all done. So everything that's left is, there's just a group of people kind of weirdly down here. Is this a quest? Oh, this is a quest. Oh, that works out for me. So, who is the quest giver? Is it this guy? I don't know. Oh, I need to... Oh, okay, we can do this. Well, 2 things here. 1, he didn't catch on fire, but 2, he also didn't get scared. We can try again. Yeah, he doesn't catch on fire. Normally, none of these people did. Normally they do. Alright. Well, I mean, I pushed him, but not the right way. Okay, so I gotta push him. I just have to passively, like, push him. Oh, can I tackle him? Can I? Nope. Right, so, that didn't work out. So one other side positive of me recording the audio and the video separately in this test so far. If this fails horribly, we're going to go back to the old way, in which case the audio will sound not as good, but still fine. It will sound a smidgen better than what it has in recent videos, pretty much, for the past year or so. But if this does work, then I can also edit them separately. I can make the game audio sound more equalized to my voice, which would be kind of nice in an editing sense. So, it's trying to improve, well, improve of recent, but bring back a little bit of that quality that I had a few years ago, which I'm annoyed just... when did that happen? It was like after Kena Bridge's Spirits, I want to say. I remember playing through Kena Bridge's Spirits, and then I took like a month off, and I didn't touch anything. I don't think I even played any video games during that period of time. And when I came back, I forget what I was starting. I think it was Tears of the Kingdom, wasn't it? No. I don't remember which game I was playing. I know that there's been a couple audio drops that just happen randomly. I assume it's an issue with, like, OBS updating their software or something, maybe. And it just, like, messes with my settings or does something to lower the quality of my mic. But, in any case, the last major drop I remember happening was Kena Bridge's Spirits. I didn't play anything until Tears of the Kingdom happened. I went to record Tears of the Kingdom, and my audio sounded terrible for no reason. And I spent, like, the next 3 days trying to fix that audio while I was holding off. I held off on playing Tears of the Kingdom because I'm like, I want to do a few parts of this. I want to see if it hooks me. It might be a new big series. It ended up not being it because I did not really care too much about Tears of the Kingdom, sad to say. It was alright, but it's not as good as Breath of the Wild, in my opinion. And I'm kind of glad that a lot of people these days kind of, like, it's just a little bit, it's like, I told that to people and they thought I was crazy, and then 4 or 5 months went by and they were like, yeah, no, Breath of the Wild's a lot more thoughtful and well planned out. Tears of the Kingdom is fine, but it's just, it feels like DLC for a lot of people, and I thought that day one. I was like, huh, this isn't it. It's fine. How do I get this guy? I can't even kill him. So... honestly quite impressive even to see these guys immortal to the poison. Do you guys have anything else to say?
That man needs a push or a good scare.
I've been trying to scare him.
That man needs a push.
This other guy doesn't seem to say anything. Oh no, he does.
A moment in frozen water is a minor bit of suffering for a lifetime serving the Great Father. Do it.
Anyway, that point in time was the last audio drop for me, and ever since then I've just been annoyed kind of at the audio. So, fingers crossed. How do I scare this guy? Does he happen to be scared of birds? No, I can't even get the raven down that far. Was that it? I thought I was supposed to get rid of this guy.
Cold! The ice waves are taking me! Save! Oh. Hey, this is not so bad.
Good God, at last. I hereby baptize you in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit within us all. You are now a child of God.
So, is this it?
It is. Go forth and walk his holy steps, new child.
If his steps go to the market, then so be it. But first, I could go for a nice swim.
I have done enough.
Eivor's just like, I'm out of here. I'm done with this. Okay, yeah, I thought I was supposed to push this guy into the water, not the guy on the boat. Okay.
Thank you for getting that man into the water. We had been waiting for too long.
Well, I'm sorry. I was trying to get you into the water, my good sir.
The teachings of our Lord is welcome. Perhaps.
No, well, you're not convert... Eivor? Just nope. I was like, no, we're good, man. We're good. Eivor can speak for himself, okay? He's a grown adult. He's an adventurer. He's a manly man of manliness. And he can say no if he wants. That's wonderful. I do question how big this Audacity file is going to be, though. Oh, wait, there's actually something over here. Yeah, that's kind of a weird concern. Normally my normally my video files are around 45 to 65 gigabytes each after recording. So I'm curious. Hold on, we'll get to the Yule Goat. So I'm curious how big the video file is going to be without the audio track, but I'm also curious of how big the Audacity file is going to be, because that's an entirely separate thing.
Where are these toy goats, child?
I keep them safe elsewhere. My sister and I made them, and they are the finest in the land. I'm not sure about being the finest, but I do love them, everyone.
If you have one in the likeness of Tangrishnia, I will take it.
Tangrishnia.
Oh, thank you. I did it, sis. I sold one. I did it. Sis, I did it. Someone bought a goat.
What about my goat? Where are you going?
Chase him down! He's a thief! So in Sweden, I'm aware that there is a giant hay goat statue that they put up for the holidays, and it chronically has it's not supposed to be lit on fire, but the locals around, like, it's well known in Sweden that this goat tends to catch on fire, although security in recent years has has actually lowered the chances of that happening. So I'm aware that it's been lit on fire with like Molotovs. I believe one year someone crashed their car and set it on fire. Like, oh man, let me grab my phone. What is this goat called? holiday goat fire. Goat statue fire. I hope I pronounced this right, but it's the Gulvigoat. Gulvigoat. Burning or destroying the goat is illegal, and the Svea Court of Appeals has stated that the offense something something something. Oh god, yeah, it has a whole Wikipedia page. The Galvigoat. Galvigoat. I forget what the umlaut kind of. Yeah, it's an umlaut. Swedish Galvebolken, Swedish pronunciation, Elvebolken, is and now I probably botched that L, I'm sorry, Swedes. Is a traditional Christmas display erected annually at Slottstorgen Castle Square in central Galve, Sweden. The display is a giant version of a traditional Swedish Yule goat, feature made out of straw. It is erected each year by local community groups at the beginning of Advent over a period of 2 days. The Galve goat has been the subject of repeated arson attacks, despite security measures and even a nearby fire station. The goat has been burned to the ground most years since its first appearance in 1966. 42 out of the 58 goats have been destroyed or damaged in some way. The Court of Appeals has stated that the offense should normally carry a 3-month prison. So if you're caught burning this goat, you're going to jail for about 3 months. Yeah. Yeah, that's nuts. I love Sweden.
Sister. This is your sister.
We made the goats together, but the cold took her last winter. I promised her I would continue selling our goats. She said they can bring warmth into the hearts of others. Here, it's yours. I hope it will keep you warm on your travels. Goodbye, nice stranger.
Well, we're starting today off with baptisms and death. It really is the medieval times, huh?
Rest, spirit. Your legacy lives on with your sister.
Right. So. Oh, I was wondering what that noise was. There's just people screaming over there. Yeah, today's going to be very snowy in the game, because once we're done here in Jorvik, we're going over to Norway to do a couple more missions. We're not going to do all of Norway. There's quite some over there, because I haven't really done any in that area of the game too much. And for me, just kind of specifying when this is being recorded, which will show the date of this video, it is Thanksgiving today, so this crying man needs some thanks and giving. No, Eivor, why? The classic Assassin's Creed, I'm climbing down something and the protagonist decides to just jump off of the building for no reason. I know the telegraphing is pretty good in these games, but that is like a one consistent thing across all of the entries that still just kind of happens.
What happened to you, stranger?
Berg, the man I work for, he did this to me, that evil man. I was simply doing a round of checks on our last shipment when he accused me of theft. Me! Theft! Please, bring me up to the bridge. I need some treatment, some medicine.
Okay, so how are we going to do this? I can't go up a ladder with him, can I? No. Man, those tassels up there are going nuts. I mean, the easiest way up is around that way, to be honest. So I think that's what we're going to do. It looks like it's a little bit of the longer way, but let's just see how it goes.
There you are, Chad. About time you showed your face. What is left of it?
Burke? No, no, no. Get away from me.
Come along, Chad. We still have work to do.
Work? You still want me to work? I can't even see my own hands, you heartless bastard.
He says you blinded him.
Aye, that I did. What is a leader to do when his men can't take their eyes off his treasure, even after several warnings?
I was not looking. You stabbed my eyes out.
Quiet now, Chad. Hand him over to me. Do your best to follow me, Chad.
Just kill me instead.
Okay, we just let him take the guy. You know, no. Well, no. Oh, I can't even kill him. Yeah, no, you can go home, dude, or rest or something. Have fun as your life. Have fun as your new life as a street beggar. You are free, my man. Right. That was weird. So, there's one more in Jorvik. Way over there. So, today was Thanksgiving for me. I had some ham, some mac and cheese, some potatoes, and some green bean casserole. Green bean casserole is perhaps the most gourmet of foods for Thanksgiving. It is delicious, and I would... if I were given a death sentence, just stuff me with it and put me in an oven. Just bake me. Roasted to completion. It is one of the best foods. Okay, where are we going? We're going this way. I used to like stuffing as a kid and teenager, but like around, I don't know, say like a decade ago, I had a ton of it and it made me really sick, and ever since then I just don't eat it. It was one of those things where just like really, really made me sick. I had too much of it, and it just burnt me out immediately, and I've never had it since.
I will not stand for it.
What is this about God and pies?
Someone stole my pie, and I, a skilled sniffer, am going to weed that pie thief out.
All
You're a
for piece of
sniffer?
pie.
It is no ordinary pie. My pies top any other pies, and the blasted pie thief knows it.
Does he?
Oh, the smell. Oh, the smell! The thief went down this road. Come out, thief!
Like Scoob! Track him down!
The thief should not be far. Oh, I will find that scum.
Fragrant of melted butter. Comforting. Oh,
This is weird.
Aha! The thief came by. I am on the trail.
Okay.
Pie is near. My nose does not lie. Come out, thief!
Everyone in Jorvik just has the nose of a hound dog.
Coy sweetness of berries. I smell it. Oh, the thief must be near now. I recognize my pie's allure to any nose. Come out.
Right,
Come
so... Okay.
out. Aroma of a pastry baked just right. The thief is near.
There's a lot of
Just
honeycomb.
the right amount.
What do you want me to do? Oh.
Caught, scoundrel. Now, give my delicious pie back.
Delicious? Your pie was blander than my late father's face.
What did you put in my pie? The smell, this aroma. It's never produced such an effect before.
I added some honey. It'll enhance the berries by a bit.
Good God. It does enhance the sweet smell. This is remarkable. Unheard of. A miracle.
It seems like this child would make an extraordinary baker. And Jorvik could use one less thief.
Well, does smell spectacular. You have a keen sense for the culinary arts, child. You want a job?
God's piss of luck. Thank you so much. You won't regret it. I have so many ideas.
Stop stealing the pies.
Oh, thank you for your help. Come by my stall, should you have a craving for pie.
Okay. The last Jorvik quest was a pie thief, who turned out to just be highly skilled in the art of sniffing. You know, I was gonna say, I just realized that none of these quests have been giving us any experience, but we're just so high level that experience takes a while to get these days. Alright, is that everything? Is it? Aside from some of the cairns, which, like, these suck. I should preface, most of them are alright, a couple of them suck. I think that's it. I don't see any other quests in the overworld. The only other quest that there is, should we? I think we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna do Gunter's wedding. Not Gunter, Gunnar. Gunnar. Gunnar.
Between you and me, Eivor, always fought.
May I see you?
Nothing else I can do for you?
About you and Bridget. When do you wish to be wed?
The sooner I can make her my wife, the happier I will be. But we are fine to wait until everything has settled here.
Enough waiting. Cool your forge and cover your anvil. Let's get you married.
Let's get him married.
Shall we gather everyone?
Gather your wife and your courage. I will bring the people together.
I talked about it a little bit in my first part of The Witness. But recently my sister was married. So this is like, oh, this is the wedding month.
I am honored to stand before you, Gunnar, Bridget, on this bountiful day. To celebrate the strength of your bond and to see you wed. I am in witness of a love that inspires and empowers. I invite you now to speak your vows.
To you, my darling Bridget, I offer this blade, forged in flames that burn as brightly as my heart does for you. A blade as sharp as your wit, as glinting as your beauty. May it sing through the air as sweetly as your voice meets my ears.
Dio, sé du det karit siganar. Du never am lucas, but if it's door a heat of tea and harriat.
And I, you, I give you my sword and my promise that I will stand at your side forever.
am future and he. A so tawalach and hope, a premonition. On the mount of scrying a foresight, paratoivi, a sweeping adventure meeting tea. Tiur enaid Valdemarach, a dean a strong aburatiki.
They're all like, we don't know what she's saying.
Such poetry. Oh dear. You make me cry, my love.
You see, it's like he understands her. It's great.
Trabowed and beyond.
I offer you this ring. Take yours in kind. I will wear it with pride and honor, warmed by the love of so perfect a lady.
And I whisk of a Valhalla, adoration of feed and bith.
I heard the word adoration.
This is the greatest day of my life. Embrace me, my love.
All right, time for everybody to get sloshed. Where's the DJ?
With our couple now bonded in matrimony, now we drink.
Yeah, that's what happens.
It is a strange feeling, brother. Weddings are the beginning of something. But this feels like something of an end.
The first happy union in our home. We have matured into something greater. So yes, a beginning and an end, I think.
Oh my god, that was a big question mark for me. Well, first off, there's like a quest marker way down there for some reason. Where are we? Oh, we're up here. This is the area behind Ravensthorpe that I was like, why is there all this empty space that we talked to Basim around a while ago? Like 5 parts ago or something like that? Huh, so it does have a use. It's for the wedding scene at the very end of the game. And, well, that's what I'm bringing up, is like, I think that this quest is only prompted after we've done everything else in the story, and we didn't get credits for the game, which I found extremely weird. Are we gonna get credits after this whole sequence? If so, that'll be the funniest thing. It is appropriate because this is the last mission really in Mercia, but it's just funny how I've withheld on the credits for this game, if they do happen, all the way till now. When we beat the story mode a couple parts ago. I beat the story mode 2 months ago, essentially, in real life.
Quite some time, Retta. Are you ready to settle? Make a home here?
For a year or two, perhaps. But I am not the settling kind. I am a wanderer, always searching, never finding. Maybe one day.
I do wonder if whenever this game loses its online, like, downloadable content stuff, because Red is kind of the physical catalyst for that in this game. When they remove that from this game eventually, are they just gonna, like, put out an update and literally remove Retta from the game so you can't do that anymore? That would be funny, but honestly, that's kind of a question mark. I don't know. How's it going, Hytham?
How are the marriage customs in your country, Hytham? Something like this?
Like this in all the most important ways. There are smiles, cheers, and warm embraces. All that is needed, I think.
Oh, hey, look, it's my Thane. You normally, I normally only see them in, like, river raids and stuff.
Alvis, I'm surprised you did not serenade the bride and groom with a verse or two.
Oh, I wished to, I did. But all that came to me were insults and jibes. Another time, I think.
Bridget, I gift you a formal welcome to our clan and our family. You are a fine addition to Gunner's life and to ours.
Unintelligible.
Hoping now but well and it keeps me sure the years.
Yes, of course. As I say, it is wonderful to have you. Gunnar, you old trout. You're a married man. Never thought I would see the day.
Nor did I. And not for lack of trying.
Randvi, saw you looking a little lonely. Thought I might come and join you.
How nice. Are you enjoying yourself?
I am. I never thought I would see gruff old Gunnar so enraptured by a woman.
Enraptured by anything, for that matter. He's a hard one to read, but I am pleased for him, and for this day of rest and respite. After everything, a few days of feasting will do the people some good. They need this.
They do.
Will you walk with me?
Anywhere. Lead on.
Something has been on my mind for some time. I am no seer, but I foresaw this day long ago. Not Gunnar's marriage, but our situation. Our success.
How do you mean our success?
I mean to say that I saw our settlement flourishing.
I mean, yeah, I put in a lot of effort to make the settlement good.
The day we set out from Norway, I knew that you would make a fitter leader than
Let me just take these arrows out of this dead wolf.
It was always within yours.
I see.
Do you?
You might have warned me.
You would not have listened.
Fair.
I do hope you see it now, in all that you have done for us.
Randvi, you and the people here have done more for me than I could ever repay. I am honored by your faith in me, and your confidence.
As I am honored by your love.
And I by yours.
Eivor, I want you to know that Sigurd and I are... We are severing the bonds of our marriage.
Yes, I believe we talked about that a while ago.
We share a love that is steadfast, and I have faith it will forever be so, but my heart is yours. That much he knows. And I believe he is happy for us.
Are you sure?
Sigurd's desires are bigger than any man or woman can offer. He longs for something more, something only he can find.
All he wants is far, far away. All I need is right here.
Eivor has touched grass, and Sigurd wants to live in VR chat forever. I will never get over how the whole Animus... well, not the Animus, but the whole Isu device towards the end of the game that Basim eventually gets trapped in is just some sort of weird VR kind of thing that puts you in suspended animation.
I find she speaks beautifully, with poetry even.
Are you kidding?
Am I? Come, we should go.
Nope, still no credits. Still no credits. Maybe someday there will be. That's the thing. I know there were credits at the beginning of the game, but did they really just not put any towards the end of the game? I'd be impressed if they didn't. I haven't looked up if they did or not. In any case, doesn't really matter. Wait, there was that other quest down at the bottom of the hill. Yeah, there's this down here. We're gonna jump. Come on. Do it. Jump, 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 jump. He literally does not want to jump. I can't make him jump off of that. Yeah, this whole platform, I can't do that. What is the... Oh. What is this quest? Oh, it's just going back to Asgard. Okay. Is there any other quests here? No? Whoa. You see? Wow. What is this glitch? Look at this. The camera's like stuck. Well, now we're at we're in a side-scrolling version of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. This is lovely. All I did was go into the pause menu. What the what? What the what is going on here? Oh no. Yeah, there's something seriously wrong with the camera right now. Even the Raven doesn't fix it. Okay. So, okay, now we're good again. I have control of the camera again. Oh, please tell me I don't have to, like, restart the game or something. I don't know what that was, but it just got... The camera just gets stuck there. For some reason. It seems fine now. Let's go into the pause menu again. In dreams, yeah, it's just in dreams. There's nothing, there is nothing else here. So I think it's going to be alright if I just fast travel to Norway. Something seems wrong. It's not letting me travel to Norway, but it's not saying I can't. What is... Oh, I lost control of the camera again. Yeah, it's... We're gonna go back up to the wedding. It seems like if you go too far away from the wedding scene, something wrong happens. This is curious, and I'm kind of scared about it. Okay, I still can't just... I can't even, like, just climb up there. What is going on? This game is pretty stable, so I'm very nervous and unnerved that weird stuff is now happening at one of the very last moments in the whole 200 hours I've played this. And that's the thing, it seems like everything's done. And now my lieutenant is inside of me. This is normal. This is the normal Assassin's Creed Valhalla experience. It is wonderful. It is magical. This is extremely abnormal. This would be normal for Assassin's Creed Unity, not for this game. Yeah, the Raven's freaking out. I have a feeling I'm gonna need to, like, save and restart the game. Because something's really not right here. We're gonna walk this way. Yep, the camera... We're gonna keep walking a bit. What's going on? Oh, it was supposed... You're telling me I was supposed to walk off like that? Here I am thinking it's some sort of a glitch with the camera because this never is a thing in the game at all. That never happens. That weird camera thing, that never happens. So here I am thinking it's a glitch and it's a feature. And Ranvi is now also kind of having some issues with the benches. You know, I know we just talked about all this stuff, Ranvi, about you leaving Sigurd, but...
Come to me.
I was gonna say, we should just break up with her. just because, to make everything just thrown into chaos. Whoa, how'd we get a... Wow, your kisses teleport people. Talk about being whisked away. Oh, this is a lot to take in at the very tail end of our adventures in Mercia. Is it the end of the adventures overall? No. because I have looked into the DLCs for this stuff, and we still have side missions in Norway. We'll get to those. But I have looked into the DLCs for this game. We will probably do some next year. I'm not going to do any this year. So this may or may not probably is the final time I'll be recording this game for the year. If you've watched all the way up to this point, thank you for watching. I hope you watch for future stuff around everything else I do, and maybe more of this game in the future when I come back to it. Hopefully I'll still have at least a little bit of the muscle memory of this stuff when it comes to the physical combat and everything. But yeah, 200 hours. There's DLC for this game. There are 3 DLC packs. There is the first DLC pack takes place in Ireland. And from looking at maps of real Ireland, it seems to encompass Northern Ireland and most of Central and Western and Eastern Ireland. It encompasses most of Ireland except like the southern portion. Like the little southern area of it below Dublin. So it seems like a fairly substantial new map with new quests, a new story. It involves pagan ritualists and like cults, which look to be similar assets and ideas that were thrown into some of the river raids. That's kind of the funny thing about the river raids, and I believe, virtually all of them on my own. But a lot of the ideas for the river raids, for like the enemies and the enemy design, like the enemy encampment designs and things like that, a lot of that seems to be stuff that is mainly focused on in the actual DLC that they're from. And then the river raids just have things centered around that. Like the end of the river raid stuff centers around France. And the second DLC pack for this game is in France. And I also checked out the map of that, and that seems to be literally about a fifth of the actual area of France. It has like a lot of countryside, and then you have Paris itself. So the first 2 DLC packs we will do at some point next year. At least start them. I don't know how... We'll probably do them both next year, given how much I like this game. The last DLC pack, the Dawn of Ragnarok, or whatever it is, seems to be a second expansion to the Asgard stuff that we have not finished here. Which, once again, I think the Asgard stuff will continue next year. Because I kind of want to try and dip my toes into a few other things. I want to finish The Witness, or at least get some more done in The Witness. I don't know if I'll beat it or not. We'll see. And I want to play some more Final Fantasy VII Remake since I played that last time. I actually have been like, I want to play a little bit more of that. It was a fantastic time last time. And I want to do a few other things. So, we will see. I feel like I'm wrapping up the video when I'm technically not. I still am going to do a couple missions in Norway, but I'm just giving you all this information. And, yeah, so next year there's going to be more Assassin's Creed stuff. But yeah, the third and final DLC, the Dawn of Ragnarok one, we will not be doing probably for quite a while. I am interested in doing the Ireland one and the Paris, France one. They look fun. They look good, interesting. They're not the longest things as stories, to my knowledge, but they are rather decently sized new maps that I would love to explore with Eivor. So, in the meantime, we are now going to explore Norway. Right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, looks like around 7-ish quests in Norway left. I did happen to grab Thor's hammer, which I'm kind of glad I didn't really do on part. It wasn't that big of a deal. Thor's hammer, which we found a long time ago in the playthrough, is lodged up here in this little cliffside with some lightning effects and stuff. You have to get all of Thor's armor set to get the hammer. And then when you do get the hammer, it's just a brief moment of Eivor grabbing the hammer and picking it up, and that's it. It was not much of a cutscene at all, and I'm kind of glad I didn't, like, hype it up or anything, because it really wasn't that exciting. And the funniest part about it is that my sword is... This sword from the beginning of the game is still more powerful than that endgame item that you only are rewarded with after you do a lot of side quests. So, was it all worth it? I mean, I love playing this game, so to me it was worth it. Here it is. It looks cool, but upon checking out like stats, it's like 151, 145. That's the thing. It's strong. It has stronger attack and stun. It has like 2% better crit. It's damage per second. That was my key thing. It's like the damage per second versus both weapons. This weapon is so much faster at attacking that it actually we just sent that rock straight up. The damage per second of this sword is like 3 times that of Mjolnir, so this is actually stronger by percentage than the hammer. So this sword is still the most disturbingly powerful thing in the game that I have come across. Hey, I just bought it off Reddit on a whim once to try and get a little bit, to get some better attack and such, and it ended up being the main weapon for the entire playthrough. I have no regrets about that. I love this sword. It looks cool, and it is a monster. So we're gonna go to this one first since we jumped down here. I think we still have the Battle Cat as our rideable mount. Let me double check that. Yes, it is. I think we're going to switch back to the Celestial Unicorn, because I actually like that more than the Battle Cat. The Battle Cat's cool, but I feel like its movement is a little weird compared to the horse. I can't say, I'm not a developer for this game, and I haven't done any weird mathematics about it. But I just feel like the movement physics of the cat are just a little bit more jank than the horse. I don't know if it's just a different model on top of the same skeleton rig as the horse for movement or not, but that's just the vibe I have. Where is this? Okay, so it's down in the valley. Welcome to the land of the prominent sun, where the flowers are melty and the future is fun. It's a very good gorilla song, featuring Beck.
It must be around here somewhere.
What are you guys doing here?
I think there are some spots you missed.
What are these men hunting for?
My coat. Whoever finds it wins an evening of my company. Care to join them?
Oh god, PlayStation 5, what are you doing? Okay, we're good.
Too cold. I'll be the one to find it. Just you wait and see.
Oh god, it's all the way down here. Yeah, there was no way any of you guys were getting that comb.
I think this is yours.
Halt in your search. A winner and my comb have been found. Now, the price for finding my comb is some of my time. A walk in nature, maybe more, if that is where our conversation takes us.
I see. Lead on.
You're different than the kind my flights of fancy attract. Burdened, decorated, and delicate.
Delicate.
The others, they are like clubs, blunt and ungainly. You are
Would you like to ride my battle
like a
cat?
Are you so in need of suitors that any passing woodsman or Vikinger will do?
I was married once. My Alfie died.
It is a
childless.
rather nice pussy.
Ours was a perfect marriage. I do not need another. But am I to go the rest of my days without love or attention? I think not.
Okay, so you got bored of, like, real relationships and now you're just slutting. Okay, I see what you're doing, miss. I have met a few of people like you. Not, like, personal.
Tales come of this.
But just like I know of people like you who are just like, I don't like relationships. I'm just gonna fuck around and find out. I personally have never understood that mentality. That is entirely alien to me.
If this comb is worth nothing to you, what shall I do with it?
You could keep it, comb your hair, or I could comb it if you like.
Comb my hair. Is that why those men scrambled over each other?
I could do more than comb your hair. Find all your nuts and snags and tame them, if you'd like.
Nah, I think I'm good with my own hairdresser, miss. You see, I know what they're going for here, but this is where, like, me as Eivor and just me as me, it's just like, if a girl were talking to me like this, I'd be like, no, I already have a hairdresser, miss. It's like, if there's any, like, innuendo, I can help you with this kind of stuff, anything like that just flies over your head, because it's, yeah, that's not something you think about on the daily, so, like, that's, like, normal people don't really think like that. I would enjoy your touch, thank you, but
Thank
no.
you for the offer, but I cannot. Here, your comb.
You keep it. It was a reward for my champion. Farewell.
Alright, goodbye. Yeah, like, the whole hookup culture, fling stuff, it's funny to me, but also just like, what are you doing, man? Like, it just tells me that you, like, completely lack any sort of social discipline. I don't know. It's a very alien thing to me. Oh dear God. Oh, I'm surprised the cat didn't die from that. Right, so where is the next one? Up here? That's why I found the whole cucking Sigurd thing with Randvi to be incredibly funny, just because of how ridiculous it is. I do have to say, the Battle Cat looks very good in this winter setting, though. It contrasts very nicely, just visually, where with the Celestial Unicorn, it blended in, it's see-through, so it just blends in and you lose track of it. It looks funny because it looks like you're riding nothing, but... What? Sleepwalker?
Ivan, wake up, or you will be cast into the wild.
Oh, you know this guy.
Must stay awake. It could be anywhere.
Oh, I think I did this quest on the PS4, actually. I have to follow this guy. Let me guess, we're gonna get attacked by a polar bear or something.
Everywhere. If we die, everyone dies. not fall asleep. Need to see them coming. Ivan, wake up! You're headed for the edge.
He's gonna grapple onto that, isn't he? Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Is he going to ride the rope slide?
Yeah, even Eivor's like, is he gonna do it? This man, can he do it? Yeah! The homie did it! He did it!
Ivan, calm down. You are asleep.
No! I was flying through the air.
Yes, you were. Like Tony Hawk.
True, but at least you live. Have you always taken these dream walks?
Since my posting here. When I am in bed, I worry about ways we could be attacked. When I'm on watch, I cannot stay awake.
Only a fool stays awake all night worrying. You're tired when you get up, and the problem is still not solved.
You speak with the wisdom of Odin, Eivor. I will think on these words when I am in bed.
Consider them on your watch and sleep when you're in bed. But now, report back before you're labeled a deserter. Go.
That was great, just to see him do that. There's a quest way down here. Yeah, so while I was running around, in the past, while I was running around here, probably a month or two ago, I found this cabin down here that's isolated from everything else. We can probably go up and see it. There's a quest here, so it might actually have to associate itself with this. But this cabin looks like some sort of vague reference to God of War 2018. It just has that look to it. Are there any closer? No, there's not. So we're going to have to go out here. We're going to go from up here. A few days ago, I went and saw the new Wicked movie, and it was wicked, dude. It was actually alright. I had some hesitations about the production because I was expecting it to be some by-committee movie with a lot of CGI that would look ugly and some... Frankly, the trailers made the cinematography look like something out of a Hallmark movie. It just didn't look very good. But I went and saw it with some friends, and it was surprisingly very well done. I'll give it to him. I enjoyed it. I know a decent amount of lore for the world of Oz, and there was some callbacks to Oz the Great and Powerful movie. There was some good attention to detail about other aspects of it. It was faithful to the... For the most part, I thought it was fairly faithful to the stage production, which I haven't paid much attention to in... Oh, God, like 12, 14 years or something. I haven't paid much attention to it. But in any case, I thought it was good. Ariana Grande actually was a very good actor in it, which is surprising because I only know her for being in iCarly, I believe, and being some sort of Lady Gaga-esque Katy Perry, you know, like mega pop superstar person. And I thought it was all very good. All of the actors were fantastic in it. So, if you're on the fence about watching it, I do recommend it. I was raised as a theater kid, so I'm a little biased, but as a rather decent connoisseur of sorts of media, I would say it's all right. It's all right. It's not some... Like, Moana 2 just came out, and I am scared to watch that. I will eventually get around to watching it. It's in theaters right now. I'll probably watch it when it gets on Disney Plus or something. I don't know. I'm not going to a theater to watch it. And that production is a travesty of a TV show that was canceled and turned into a movie. So it's like a weird reverse Raya the Last Dragon. Funny enough, where Raya the Last Dragon should have been a TV show, but it ended up as a movie. And in this case, it was a TV show that failed production and ended up being a movie. It's weird. So I can rest assured knowing that the Wicked movie is better than Moana 2.
This menace you shout about. Is it some creature you hunt?
My prey is the most cunning of beasts, capable of vile deeds beyond the ability of any common animal.
You are hunting someone, then?
A warlock. One who once called himself a man, but has since befouled his hoover. His whole being with twisted satyr magic.
This has the feel of something more personal.
The evil spider who squats in yonder hut poisoned my own sister. For that alone, it deserves to die. But maybe you would be moved to help by the bounty King Harald has offered for any warlock killed.
Prophet can persuade where passion fails. I will weigh this against the effort.
The warlock makes its lair down this road to the left. Keep an eye out.
Okay, I've been to that house, and there is a guy there in some armor. He didn't attack me. Is that guy coming with or no?
Let's see you.
No, he seems to be staying back there. Okay. Right, so this is the hut. I don't know, this hut just reminded me of God of War when I last was visiting here.
Have you come to face me, finally? Or will you continue to harass me from afar?
What is your mask? It looks like something from Morrowind.
Are you the warlock who laid a curse on this land?
There was a curse here long before I came along. A curse of ignorance that infects all of Midgard.
So you're not using your magic against this land and its people?
I try to use my knowledge to help others. I am only a threat to those who fear the unknown, of which there are many.
As a hunter who believes you poisoned his sister.
I tried to save her. I made a mixture that would have burned away her illness, but he chose to drench her in pig's blood. If there is any blame here, it lies on him and his ignorant kin. He killed his sister.
Do not listen. He will poison our thoughts.
You have no thoughts to poison.
Die, monster!
To hell with you!
Okay, so they're just fighting it out. I'll kill the hunter.
Men like this are more dangerous than any magic. They kill wisdom. You may claim his belongings. His body I will give to the land.
The plight of the warlock. Mr. Warlock, can I interest you in some business agreements? Maybe we can go into business together, make some sort of potions. We'll call it Coca-Cola. We'll sell it to people as a cure-all for things like stomach aches. We'll put a little cocaine in it, you know. It'll get them all the energy they need for the day. It'll be a cure-all tonic that will make us millions. Unfinished later. Sadiq, sometimes I despair at the blight of ignorance covering this land. I yearn for the warmer climes that worked my thoughts like a farmer's field, planting seeds of unimagined possibilities, ideas that would find poor soil here. But then I see some old woman, so much like my own dear mother, and am reminded of what my younger self would have given for someone knowledgeable in healing during that distant, dark time. There is so much. Okay? Yeah, dude's just out here trying to be like the local peller, essentially. He sees the portents. He tries to help the locals, they don't understand it, and they try to kill him. That's how it be. That's how it always be. Ignorant folk who don't understand the greater workings of this world. Alright, so we have this. This is on a road. In the middle of nowhere. Oh no, the cat is stuck. Okay, it should be right up here. There's some guys here.
Come if you have courage!
Which Jarl?
He has been taken by bandits! Come quickly!
A Jarl taken by bandits.
I don't trust this guy purely because the colors that he has as his cloak looks to be that of Kjotvik's men. They tend to wear green.
This way! It is not far!
This is an ambush, isn't it?
We are near. Go on. They are up ahead.
You know where they are. You lead.
Fine. Follow me.
Yeah, this is some type of weird ambush. Yep. Yep, Kjotvig.
This pathetic gamble has cost them their lives.
They threatened to kill me if I did not help.
So to save your life, you led others to their death.
Our village was burned by Kjotve the Cruel. We had to flee to the forest. Those who survived grew mean and desperate. Olaf, one of the men you killed, said we had to fight for our land. But he only wanted to kill for silver.
There was no need for this fight. Kjotve is dead by my hand. I have lifted his boot from your neck.
Olaf, you lifeless fool! You almost murdered our rescuer!
Your second mistake was choosing me as your prey.
That was not a mistake. You looked like a good fighter. I was hoping you would kill or weaken Olaf so I could escape.
You are young and still foolish, so I will spare you your life. But cross me again, or harm anyone I cherish, and you will join your friends in Helheimer's foul forests.
You will never see me again. I will be a white rabbit in the snow.
This guy gives me Luigi energy. But Mario, I was just trying to help. Luigi, you almost killed me. You were trying to ambush me, Luigi. You're not my brother anymore. You've broken that bond. The bond of I don't know. The bit died. The bit died a brutal and quick death. Man, sometimes I forget how nice this game looks. Just looking at the sun going through those trees like that. Oh, I could go back to where we just were and redeem someone who died over there. We're not doing that. It's going to be weird when I go back to Ghost of Tsushima again, because as I talked about it last Ghost of Tsushima part, it's weird going from this game to that game because Jin is straight up just some guy with a few weapons and some modest physical abilities. Eivor is insane by comparison. This guy can jump off of mountains. We have insane abilities. We have magics. We have... just everything is nuts with this guy. He really is a superhero at this point. So going back to another open world game where our abilities are a lot more limited is just very eye-opening about how, frankly, batshit this game can get. Oh, I love whatever lighting it. Look at that. Look at the sun going down over there. Look at the pink-purple sky on the nice, shiny, white mountain and snow up here. This is peak vibe. I love this look. Oh, that looks so good. Look at that. I just love the colors here. It takes me back to my childhood. My childhood was weird in that when I remember that I was surrounded by a lot of beige, pink, and like baby blue colors. So my childhood palette of colors was very... what's the word? Pastel, I guess. Oh, this quest. Yeah. This is one of the ones you normally do first, in my experience, when you're here in Norway.
What is all this?
My life. The fruit of my work, all gathered here. And now, I lack the strength to throw it off this cliff.
You carried everything up here, only to throw it all down.
The horse did most of it. It is the only way I can send my belongings into the next world. My children will not bury it with me. They say they do not want it, but I know they will sell it all once my light burns out. Will you lend me your strength? Throw everything over the cliff. The farther you throw, the better their chance of reaching the next world.
Is that how it works?
There it goes. Yeah, I remember this mission from the PS4. We just literally throw everything over a cliff. All of this guy's life belongings.
That contains a bow given to me by Halfdan the Black, after I put an arrow under King Sigtyd's left arm.
That sounds like quite the shot.
That contains a silver harpoon head I received from King Harold for pulling Halfdan's frozen body out of the ice.
They are a generous family.
They are a generous family. Let me throw it over this cliff. Yeah, this feels like one of those... You ever hear about or see like those weird Craigslist ads about like, hey, come over to my house and we'll stomp around on all of my miniatures and Lego sets or something. Just like these weird kind of fetish things or just like bizarre social concepts that people put up on like a, I don't know, a BBS or some sort of social board. Just like, hey, come over here, help me do this thing. It'll be for an afternoon. We'll have fun. This feels like that. This really feels like, hey, come up to the top of the mountain and throw all of my life's belongings over this cliff for me. It'll be a great afternoon.
May the gods grant you luck for your efforts.
I hope it is good luck.
Thank you for your help. You did not have to do this.
I know I didn't have to.
Courageous people live the best lives. but it can be a difficult path to keep.
I have tried to live well. It is enough that the gods know that, even if the name Harek Gund is forgotten in Midgard.
So, what will you do now that this task is done?
Done? That was to announce my arrival.
Oh,
Now
God.
I leave this world. Enjoy your life. To Asgard!
What? Wait!
Nope.
Thank you!
Oh, no. Oh, no.
That was a shock.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. Well, no one's coming back for you, horse. I'm sorry. You may as well go with your master. Is his body down here? We're gonna look for his body real quick. I don't think it's gonna be down here. If it is, that's amazing. But, yeah, I forgot. He jumps off the cliff as well. Oh, that's so dark. It's so wonderful, but so dark. Okay, he's not here. Let's keep going. Actually, you know what would be easier? Would be using the Raven to just go down. I still don't see him. I think that's him. Okay, I think that's his body down there. I don't know, maybe there's something on it. We're gonna go to his body. That is the new mission here. Yeah, I guess him jumping off is why I kind of remembered it as a story beat. I forgot that he did that. Because otherwise, why would you remember a story beat about a guy just wanting you to throw all his stuff off a cliff? At the same time, if that is his body down there, it went far. It would have had to ricochet like an Oblivion ragdoll off of so many of these cliffs. We might die from this one. No, we still live somehow. As I said earlier, Eivor is a superhero. Okay, here's a body. Is it him? Yeah, it's him! It's him! Oh, he doesn't have anything on him, but his body is actually placed here as an object. This is almost like a statue. This is not a actual ragdoll or anything. So the devs literally went through and there's the smash boxes too. The devs went through, this is what I'm talking about with like this game having such pretty insanely solid story consistency with like events and repercussions that happen to just anything. Is that the devs went through the effort of post this mission of placing a model of his body to permanently be down here. So if you happen to like walk across this at some point, either like we just did now or like 30, 50 hours later or something, and you'd wonder what the heck's his body doing here. It's for world consistency, and I think that's just amazing. A lot of games would just, like, if this were an Elder Scrolls game, his body would have just fallen off that cliff and it would just be deloaded and there would be nothing here. But the fact they put in the effort, not just to put his body here, but even, like, smashed boxes, like there's one over here. It's like, yeah, that is some thoroughness with your consistency. I appreciate that. If I remember what this quest is, it is the people who like fucking with fucking while their house is burning down or something like that. I remember there being a quest like that here. Where are they? Oh, it's like the road behind us. Yep.
Do not promise me
Does everyone in Alrikstad play their love game so loudly?
No, it's just my husband. He cannot satisfy his wife.
Just yell that to the town.
No, he's still young and fit. It was not always so. He could not keep us apart when we were raiding.
He would plow you during raids.
Our first time was in the middle of a burning village. Now, after a while, the crew made us stop. They said it was distracting.
Now can burn brighter near death. Have you tried revisiting these memories?
Yeah, but talking about it is not the same. I need to feel it.
Need to feel it.
Smell it.
Smell it.
You need to bring the excitement of the raid into your bed.
You could help us pretend we are raid. That will make my water flow.
Oh.
Come, we must tell my husband.
Oh. Okay. We're playing the sex therapist, I guess.
Grab your weapon, you big, strong Vikinger. Today we raid.
Are you guys, I'm asking you guys, the viewers now. Are you guys ready to get her juices flowing? Oh boy.
Let us go, White King. Maybe you could start by... Amusing, but not at all.
Yes, destroy their house so they can get in the mood.
Maybe you need more fire, like your first time.
Yes. Burn down our house. Burn it to the ground.
Listen, I know people have some weird kinks, but I think burning down your house and destroying all your property is a little excessive. They want it, though.
What did it? I am as hard as Heimdall's tower.
Then run me like the Valgrin's gates and enter Valhalla.
Oh.
Take all plunder you want. And take us also and let the love hunger consume you.
Another time, maybe. But I will help myself to your chest.
Oh, he will help himself to your chest, huh? That's... Eivor, please. Okay. I think we're done. I'm sorry. They asked for it. They wanted me to get their juices flowing. Is this the last one? Oh my god, this is the last mission here. Okay. Well, we are doing all of Norway, I guess. We are actually going to sail there instead of going from the top of the mountain. Climbing down that mountain would be fun, quote-unquote, but it would take a lot more time. Guys, you're not gonna believe what I just had to help with. Yeah, whatever's on this island is the last quest between Mercia and Norway. We haven't had to do much of any combat today, but I don't mind that. This is pretty much like a wrap up of the last quest lines and just see what's going on around before we start off on a new adventure next year.
Hold on, you!
What do we have here?
Welcome, traveler, to our lush and fertile shores.
Heisting the Worldwise. You sound like a character from a King's Quest game.
I did not expect to find anyone on this island.
And why not? This is England, home to a nation of Saxons and Danes. Our shores are open for trade.
Oh, he's crazy, okay.
It is not what I expected.
Many from Norway find the trip dizzying, but fortunately you have me to guide you. I know the land better than my own son.
Are you all right?
My son, nesting with the Picts north of Hadrian's Wall. Who knows what schemes they're hatching, or the sort of people they might send to spy on me.
You said something about a tour?
Of course, a tour. Follow me. This is the city of London, first built by the Romans during ancient times. We have not seen builders like that since.
I guess they had to work with what they had.
Yeah. This is quite the handiwork left over here. Oh, just a random opal. Lovely. Yeah, this guy's crazy. Okay. He's a crazy tour guide. This is a little bit of a first. I'm really wondering if we're gonna have to, like, fight or kill this guy, or not. Why are you taking me back to my ship?
These are the Dover Cliffs, famous for their bluebirds.
Hey guys, we're in London.
Here is York, the Dane city of trade. Keep this between us. King Alfred has a plan for Jorvik.
I see.
Oh, there's actually, like, a real encampment over here.
This is Hadrian's Wall, the last line of defense against the barbarous Picts.
It is a line of sorts.
I think it's a fence, actually. Is this where you live, or what?
At the end of our tour is Winchester, the heart of Wessex, where is King Alfred? Those honorless Picts, they have taken the king. We must seek them north of Hadrian's Wall. Where are you, my king?
I'm sure he is somewhere.
I mean, this whole island is this man's little fantasy world of England, but
Do not worry, my king. I am coming.
yeah, this is fascinating, but also weird at the same time. I feel sad for this guy. Right, this is the second or third dementia crazy man who is sad with life that we have encountered in these quests. Now, that's the thing, I was sad for the guy, but now I'm just like actually sad now that we have like real lore of like, oh, this guy probably went out with his wife and maybe a few other people to go to England, start a new life. They ended up just getting this far or something, and everybody else died except for him. His wife dying off probably led him to get pretty crazy, and why he can't go on that adventure anymore. He can't go to England. Why would he leave when his world essentially ended here? He would turn this into his world. So that is what I'm kind of getting out of this. This is sad. This is real but sad.
My king! What happened? Why won't you speak?
Who in hell's name are you? Why are you going through my things? Thor's balls, you found it. Why did you take it back? You set him off again.
Traitor! The king won't speak to me. You cut out his tongue.
He has no tongue.
Because you cut it out.
You're his son?
Do not feed this fantasy. His wits wither and become those of a babe. I took him here to ease his madness, but it grows worse. I try using reason or playing along, but he hears only what he wants to hear.
Only what he wants to hear. I have an idea that could help, if you let me. Old man, your king is worn out from his ordeal. I can hear him speak very softly. He is praising you. He wants to thank... He wants to thank Husing for his loyalty to the crown.
What else does he say?
The Picts, terrified at word of your approach, will pledge themselves to the crown if you spare their lives.
They will?
And they agree to pay a daily tribute of food and other goods in exchange for free passage through your lands.
Oh, it is a good deal and greater news. Thank you. You may leave the king in my care now.
This will only lead to further delusion.
You will know at least that he eats every day. And maybe someday the fog will lift.
Forgive my ill will. I knew this would be a difficult end, but sometimes the weight bears down heavily.
There's courage and honor in what you do, and the gods know it. Good luck to you. Looks like England is united.
The Picts have been fine subjects.
Yeah, telling this guy, hey, wake up, stop being crazy and stuff, that was not, in my opinion, I don't know how that could have been changed. I don't know if anything would be different in this scenario. But my assumption is that no, it probably would have just pissed the guy off or something, and he would have like ran off or something. I don't know. My thought about like his whole life and that whole adventure thing and all that was not exactly what happened. Looks like he and his wife have been having, like he and his family have been having issues for a while. He's been going more senile and delusional, I guess. seems his wife is dead, and his son is just kind of out here trying to let his dad have some space. And, yeah, I don't know. I like this game, as I've said a few times, with story beats like this. It's just like, this happens with people. This really does happen with people. And I think it's important for this game to show that in a tasteful and thoughtful manner of like, hey, you can overlook this side mission entirely, but we want to tell you a little story. Does it have to be happy? No. Can it have a happy ending? Yes. Who knows? This is a happy Thanksgiving. Anyway, that was the last mission in Norway, and I think that was a good one. I'll remember that one. So, I'm curious. There are still side missions in Vinland and in the Isle of Skye. We're not going to do those today. Today was a little bit shorter-ish. I say ish as we're almost to 2 hours of a recording. But this was also a test, and I hope it goes well for my sake of the fact that all this stuff has been done. And if this does not end up working out, then this whole segment of the game is just going to be null and void for the playthrough. And I'll have to explain that next time. But if you're listening to this now, then everything worked out fine and I won't have to do that. Let's talk to Gunnar real quick. We haven't talked to him since the wedding.
I want to thank you on behalf of myself and Bridget. Our wedding was the greatest day of my life. And it could never have gone so well without you.
Truly, Gunnar, it was my pleasure. I must be on my way now. Goodbye.
Right. Let's take a look at what Retta has real quick.
Hello there.
What do you have today?
What do you got? Shinobi bracers. Oh, I think they're adding in stuff for Assassin's Creed Shadows now. I'm not going to pick up Assassin's Creed Shadows at launch. Once again, I'm going to continue with the DLC for this game next year. I'm going to sit back and just see if Assassin's Creed Shadows is something I'm interested in playing next year or in the future even. I did in the meantime, I might have talked about this last time or not, I don't remember, but I recently looked up Assassin's Creed Mirage, which is the game that came out after this that features Basim as the protagonist. I didn't know I knew that it took place in, like, the Middle East and was more centered classically around the Assassin's Creed, the Assassin's Guild. And, yeah, I didn't know that the protagonist was Basim at the time. Until when I looked it up, I was like, oh, so right after this game, the next game is pretty much a story explanation for Basim. And I don't really have any interest in it either. I just don't. I've looked it up. It has fine reviews. It's not like a bad game or anything. Maybe in the future I'll play it, but right now I don't really care to know Basim's backstory. He's an interesting character. Let's see what we got here. Sit here. Yokai. Werewolf pants.
Thank you.
Oh, we're gonna have...
I must go with your god.
We're gonna have Eivor just become a furry. Okay. Excuse me, Sigurd. I have something to tell you. I've become a Therian. Yeah, we'll continue next time with some more Assassin's Creed Valhalla sometime next year, if you're watching this in the playlist or anything, or are looking forward to more of this. That will happen then. If this is in the future and you're watching this, then it has already happened. And aside from that, we're going to continue with more The Witness, more Final Fantasy VII Remake, maybe other things, I don't know. We'll see. So, thank you for watching. and we'll see you next time. Have a good night.